You seen this? Oh, tank. This bike is locked down to 15 miles an hour, but long press on the M button and a rocket appears, and it seems a rocket gets shot up the back of the bike as well, because now we're going a lot faster. Whoa. Oh my god. The chain isn't even on the bike. What was I even pedaling? So at some point the chains come off. So this is the Fiido T2 Longtail. You can see why it's called a Longtail. It's got a long tail and a huge back rack and a stand that allows you to do this. As you can see, it is a cargo bike. Cargo bike meaning you can carry stuff, carry a lot of stuff on the back, and you can carry stuff on the front. Now the great thing about this, it's got loads of different attachments. Unfortunately, I don't have access to these attachments at the moment, but if you look on the website, you can see this bike carrying a load of stuff. 2 kids, probably an adult. It's got a weight capacity of 200 kilograms. That's 2 me's. That's quite a lot, that is. And then this bit here, 10 kilograms worth of bread and pasta maybe. It's a drop frame. It's not foldable, so I don't need to get down folding it, but drop frame is nice, and just get on there, cycle it away. As you can see, that weird stand, it's nice because you can just kind of drop it down and go. However, it does take a few more seconds to get on compared to a normal stand. With the weight of this bike, the weight is 40 kilograms already itself. Oh dear, it's quite heavy. Ow, ow, ow. Hit me in the head, and I forgot the stand was already on. Oh, that hurt. Oh, that really hurts. So it does have 60 Newton meters, which is a decent amount. Let's see how that 60 Newton meters gets it up Sandy Lane. And 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, 60 Newton meters of torque, but at 40 kilograms, it's a heavy bike. 200 kilogram max load though, which is quite a bit. We're going up to 17 miles an hour, 18. And again, if I was to pedal, I'd be shooting up here, but we're going 13. I think this is going to be a good time actually. There's a bit of a roughness of the bike. It feels like it's not quite as smooth as it could be, but it does feel powerful. And no! And the Fiido T2 Longtail propels its 40 kilogram self up Sandy Lane in an amazing 54 seconds, making it the 6th fastest bike up Sandy Lane with that single 750 watt motor. But what certainly helped was a feature that would make Elton John jealous. This bike is locked down to 15 miles an hour. No matter what mode you're in, but long press on the M button and a rocket appears, and it seems a rocket gets shot up the back of the bike as well, because now we're going a lot faster. Whoa. That feels good. Right, so I'm throttle only now. 26. Oh, the cars are going to start. We'll test that later. But that was pretty cool. That felt noticeably different. I'm going to knock it back down, I think, to 15. And the great thing is you can just press that whenever you need to. So if you needed to just get back into restricted mode, you hold down that M button, you're sorted. I wasn't going that fast, it was your imagination. Oh. Now of course, using the M button to unlock the rocket mode does massively decrease the range. Fiido haven't said just an arbitrary number where they've said, oh yeah, it'll do this. What they've done is a series of real world tests. So on pedal assist, and they said, I think it's a 176 pound rider, it will go on pedal assist 1 about 110 kilometers, and using the throttle only, so not pedaling, on max they reckon about 50 kilometers. That's about right, to be honest. So let's have a look at the battery. To get the battery out, you're going to pull this lever on the saddle and it goes forwards like that. We've got the charge port here, but the keyhole around here. So if you turn that, it'll unlock the battery and then you'll be able to just lift it out. It comes out very nicely, very smoothly. It plugs into a little port there, which is connected to a wire, which is not on here. The battery is 20.8 amp hours and it's 48 volts, so it's about 986 watt hours. So that is a very high capacity battery needed because of the weight of the bike and all the things you're going to put on it. To get it back on, it just slides nicely in, automatically plugs in, so then lock with the key and it won't come out. You also need the key in the bike to get it going. If you want to remove the key, you can remove the key, the battery won't come out and you cannot turn on the bike. Now, a lot of bikes don't have that feature. I think it's very overlooked and I think all bikes really need it. I don't think that you should be able to start an e-bike once you've got it locked up. I want to be able to lock up my e-bike, remove a key and know that no one else has access to it. Can we get to 30? Yeah, we can. 31 before the end. It's not too bad. It's definitely not geared the best for pedaling after 25. I'm cruising at 28 now. That's just pedal assist, I'm not using a throttle. Oh my God. The chain isn't even on the bike. What was I even pedaling? So at some point the chains come off. Right, so it's got that weird like tensioner which complicates things somewhat. So that goes below, that goes above, okay. Let's hope I don't get my fingers caught in it. Okay, so that's on. That's on, not sure what it came off with a tensioner. Shouldn't really come off, should it? After 25 it still does spin around quite a lot, as in the pedals. So if you want to get 30 on the flat, you do have to put quite a bit of effort in. General cruising around 26 to 28. And with all that extra weight and speed, you obviously need some good brakes to stop it. It has got hydraulic disc brakes and it's got some of the biggest discs I've seen on a bike. They're absolutely huge. So let's check out the braking distance and I think this is going to surprise you. Throttle seems to want to give everything, even when you're an eco, which is cool. But pedal assist, let's slow right down. Actually, let's do a brake test. Fence. Whoa. Whoa, that was impressive. That was 20 miles an hour from the edge of that fence. That's like just there. That was ridiculously good. Obviously that amazing stopping distance isn't just down to the hydraulic brakes and the massive discs. The grip on these 4-inch wide, 20-inch diameter fat tyres is also excellent. I like the mud guards. They look metal, but they're plastic. It means they don't rattle, but they look awesome. Now there are more features. Because this bike comes with an app, it has to be said, the app is not necessary. You don't need the app for anything, but it is pretty cool. So let's have a look at that. To get the bike into app searching mode, you just hold down M and that kind of arrow button. What you don't want to do is connect to the bike on your actual phone using your Bluetooth settings, because then it won't be able to connect. It'll think it's connected to something else, so don't do that. Connect in the app, which is easily found by scanning the QR code. So whilst you're riding, the app can do various things. You can actually lock it. You can turn your throttle on and off if you really want to turn that off really quick. So if I turn that off right now, throttle does not work anymore. So that's handy if you want to do that. So that means you can turn the throttle off and go down to lower power mode really quickly if needed. Change your units, miles, kilometers, assist gears 3 to 5, cruise control on and off, turn your rocket switch on and off. So you can do it from the app, or you can just hold down the M button, which is really handy. I love that. You can also do GPS, so it can track you. So it's a decent app. It's the kind of thing you want in an app. You don't need it all the time. You absolutely don't. You can do the rocket thing from there. You can use it once and forget about it, but it's really handy. Especially because the computer, it's not as easy to use as others. It's very nice. It's very clear. It tells you what you need to know, but it's not as easy to change the settings as some other computers. So considering how beastly and massive this bike is, how well does it go together and what's in the box?
This is possibly the biggest e-bike I've ever had to put together. Two-man job, but I've got no friends. Ooh, look at that. That's very nice. Looks well packed.
Oh, bloody hell. The plastic is off.
In the box is a 3-amp charger, instruction manual, front rack and light, pedals, tools, reflector, adapter for the non-UK plug, wheel axle thing.
And it's complete. Let's see what it's like to drive this beast without any power.
Dun, dun, dun.
So despite the actual weight, 40 kilograms, which is very heavy, this is all right actually. I'm not going mega fast, of course. I'm in gear 1, going up a hill, slight hill. It feels all right. I'm quite impressed. The gears aren't adjusted perfectly out the box on this one. Like gear 2 jumps a bit. A couple of screws. Ooh, fixes that. Oh dear, not very well adjusted at all. Suggest Fiido checking that better, improve the customer experience, because people don't want to have to delve down. Even though it is easy, doesn't mean people want to do it. Right, so no power, very doable.
Now the bike doesn't have rear suspension, but it does have front suspension. A great feature of the front suspension is that not only is it lockable, but you can also adjust it to prevent it bottoming out.
Right, so plus direction actually locks the suspension. So minus direction. There we go, sweet spot.
I was riding along minding my own business when I noticed some potholes, so I thought, what better way to test it out?
Oof. So, as suspected, the front's fine. The back's a bit rough. Right.
Now the bike is very long, so if you were to use it as an everyday bike, could you struggle moving it around? Well, it actually goes through barriers better than I thought, but one thing the bike could do with is an obvious lifting point to help get it around corners without scuffing the paintwork. Sometimes when you lift the saddle, it can accidentally pop up, and there's no parts on the back rack that you can get your fingers under.
I got through. So all in all, for the price, which is about £1,300, you're getting a hell of a lot of e-bike for your money. You're getting a fast e-bike with amazing brakes, with carrying capacity, brilliant range, massive battery, quality construction. Granted, sometimes it sounds a bit kind of rough. The brakes make some funny noises. They work, but they're, maybe they just need bedding in a bit. The chain did come off, but then it has to go all the way back there, all the way over here. It's a massive chain, which is why this tensioner is apparently needed here, because obviously this derailleur there, that usually acts as a tensioner, but it must be so long that I need to have another one here. I am going to keep this bike and use it a lot more. I'm going to be taking it out with a solar charger and have my own little party in the middle of nowhere. So if you don't want to miss that video, make sure you subscribe. But we'll be taking this bike out to do that, and I'll be interested to know if the chain coming off becomes a regular occurrence. But like I say, it only happened once.
But as a little bonus for this video, we do have an accessory that I very nearly threw away.
So a few weeks ago, I got this box in the post, and inside this box are bits of metal. Ow. No idea what these bits of metal are. No idea who sent them me. There was nothing in the box. So I'm just starting to get all the footage together for my Fiido T2 video when I'm looking at their website and I notice this picture, more specifically that, and that's what it is, isn't it? These are the pedals to go on the Fiido T2. So here I am thinking that I've put all the footage together that I need, but I haven't. I'm going to have to put these on and test them out.
So at a push, could you use the back rack as is to transport another passenger? Jess, who is 5'9", fits on the back quite comfortably, but she did find the back rack a bit slippy, so do be very careful. As I said at the start of the video, you can get child seats for the bike, but a simple padded seat with backrest for adults would be fantastic, especially considering the max load is 200 kilograms.
Is there anything I'd change about the bike? Probably the gears. Like I mentioned, they weren't fully adjusted. Shimano Tawny, they're okay if they are adjusted really well, but the margin for error is very, very small. Shimano Altus, they're still low in the range of Shimano, but even though they're like one higher, they're loads better, so I would have liked to see that. Plus, if it was the Shimano Altus 8-gear system, you could also do more pedaling to help out the range as well, whilst you're on full throttle rocket mode. But apart from a few little niggles, this is such a cool bike for not much money considering what you get. It is the kind of bike that you'd get if you wanted to replace a car. You could go to school and collect your kids and bring them back. If you had a lot of deliveries to make but you didn't want to have a car as well, it'd be a brilliant delivery bike for your deliveroos, because obviously with the key you can remove the key and no one can just go off on it. No one's going to want to have to drive this off without power. So that was the Fiido T2 Longtail, a fantastic cargo e-bike from Fiido. If you're interested in purchasing this bike, there are links in the description. If you use those, it will help the channel. I'll appreciate it very much. If you enjoyed that video, hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't enjoy the video, don't know why you're still here, don't forget the thumbs down. And until next time, ride safe.